Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Anthony's Horror and More. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about this movie I watched recently called The Devil's Candy. This is an IFC midnight release, a branch of Scream Factory. And yeah, I thought this movie was really badass, and I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk about it. I was trying to debate like what should I talk about today. Should I rank some stuff? Should I show some more movies? Should I whatever? Show some toys or whatever? And I was like, no, I think I'm just gonna talk about The Devil's Candy for a little bit. And this movie stars Ethan Embry, and you got Shuri Appleby, and you got Pruitt Taylor Vince, and you've got Kiara Glasgow, and you've got a bunch of other people in this film as well. It's a good cast. Pruitt Taylor Vince, he's from Identity. He's the one that can kind of move his eyes all crazy weird and everything. He's also in Constantine. He's also in Angel Heart. He's been in a ton of stuff. He's a really good actor. Bigger guy, bald. And then Ethan Embry, excellent as well. He's in Vacancy and, a ton of other things. I mean, he's, The Thing You Do, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, Sweet Home Alabama, Can't Hardly Wait. I mean, he's got one hell of a filmography. He's been in a ton of stuff. Yeah, and it's just basically it's about this artist who is, trying to be inspired in a lot of ways, try to figure out like, um, what's his next piece of art going to be, like what should he paint? Because, that's what he does for a living. And him and his wife and his daughter end up moving into this house, and all of a sudden he's got this he starts to get inspired, and he has this whole setup, like the shed, that's they've got the house, and then they've got the shed area, and it's where he's going to do all of his paintings and his artwork and all that stuff. And he does like a lot of, it's not just painting like this, it's like spray paint, and then he kind of like uses the brush and kind of creates stuff, and he uses his hands too, and he wears this really cool like rebreather type mask, or breathing type whatever you want to call it, some kind of so you don't inhale like the paint fumes and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, he all of a sudden kind of gets inspired in a way, and like because this like dark like entity type thing like kind of takes him over, and he just starts painting. He's basically being haunted in a way, and he just starts painting like dead children and stuff like that, and he starts painting over this other painting that he had made, and it's just like he had like this painting full of nice butterflies, and then he kind of gets taken over, and he doesn't realize it, and then he's got like dead kids' faces like in the butterflies, and it's really creepy. And Pruitt Taylor Vince as Ray Smile, or Smiley, sorry, Ray Smiley, is the villain. He's the one going around killing the kids, and he's also hearing things from this like from basically the devil. I mean, it's called The Devil's Candy, and the devil is telling him to go and kill these kids, and basically so he's got to do it, and he tries to drown out the voices by playing this like really sweet guitar that he's got, but he just the devil overtakes him, and he makes him go and kill these kids. And every time he kills these kids, Ethan Embry's character Jesse paints them being killed and all this stuff. So so his muse, his dark muse basically in a way is this other man, Ray, killing these kids and stuff like that, but there's this art dealer that really likes the paintings that Jesse's doing, so it's like it's kind of a good thing, but obviously a terrible thing, because it's costing these kids their lives and stuff. And there's just this weird connection between all of them, between the killer and Jesse and the children and the art, and you just have like this connection. And I think it's very well done. There's an amazing soundtrack in this movie that's heavy metal, hard rock type music, so if that's what you're into, I think you'll like this a lot. There's a song by Goya called Blackfire, which I really dig. There's actually a music video you can go check out on YouTube. Highly recommend it. Really good song. Beautiful visual effects. I can't really, because the art looks beautiful. The directing, by the way, the director is Sean Byrne, which I've never heard of him before this. He doesn't have too many projects. He's got another movie called The Loved Ones. Maybe you guys have heard of that. If you have, let me know if it's any good. It gets a 6.6 on IMDb, so that's not bad. But yeah, this movie, yeah, like I said, the soundtrack's great. The acting's all very well done. And it's just a very dark tone, sinister kind of vibe throughout, very haunting in a lot of ways. And I love the directing. It's great, because the director kind of does something different with each scene, which I like. He keeps it very interesting. And this movie is only an hour and 19 minutes, so, you're in, you're out, like that, done. It doesn't waste any time. It just kind of gets into it, but you feel for the characters. I think the daughter also does a really great job, played by Kiara Glasgow. Her name's Zoe. I thought she was great, and the wife, I think, does a solid job. Shuri Appleby as Astrid. Thought she was great. Basically, everyone in the movie is excellent, so I was really happy to check this one out. I've had this in my collection for a little while. I threw it in with like another Scream Factory title, to get the free shipping, and I just never got around to watching it until very recently, and I was like, man, this is just excellent. Really, really excellent. And it's got some special features on there as well. It's got a commentary from the director, which I always like, behind the scenes, visual effects, Advantage Satan short film, music video, art gallery, and theatrical trailer. So it's got a good amount of special features to it. And it's got this really sweet reversible art here. This is the reverse side. And then you got this disc right here. You got some disc artwork. And here, I'll take this out really quick. And that's like the normal poster art right there. Yeah. So overall, really great movie. I mean, I just thought I'd come on and tell you guys about it, maybe go check it out. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to pick this up wherever, Amazon, or you can go to, Scream Factory's site. I just recommend getting it for sure, giving it a watch for yourself. And I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything else. Yeah, I just love how dark of a feel this film has. It's very it kind of like sticks with you for a while. There is a really cool scene involving fire that I'll say happens, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just say that there's a really cool scene involving fire, some cool fire like effects and stuff like that. And the movie was, shot on like a very modest budget. It's not a super expensive film or anything like that. It's like a low budget movie, but when it comes to horror, sometimes those are the best kind, because you have to be more innovative, more thoughtful, put more into it when it's low budget. You have to come up with more interesting directing techniques, writing techniques, stuff like that. And so I like the lower budget horror films quite a bit. But yeah, that's really about it, guys. Yeah, that's The Devil's Candy. If you want me to, give a ranking on it, I guess I would. It's funny because I don't always like giving rankings on films, because I just feel like it's either a recommendation or it's not, in a way. It's like I'm telling you, I think it's really worth checking out. So I think that's just pretty good on its own there. Just give it a watch. Because sometimes people, like, you rank something and then they're like, oh, that doesn't sound good enough, I'm not gonna check it out. It's like, for me, it's like, no, it's a high recommend. I wouldn't make a video on it if I didn't think it was worth watching. So definitely check it out, guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, leave in the comments down below if you've seen the movie. Let me know what you think about it. Try not to spoil anything for others. And if you haven't seen it, let me know if you are going to go watch it somewhere, wherever, and yeah, give me feedback. you know, if you decide you watch it, you know, if it's negative or positive or whatever, I just like hearing other people's thoughts on the film. You know, any movies, you know, that I talk about and everything. I always like hearing your guys' feedback. So, and thank you so much for 251 subscribers as of right now. You know, I hit that 250 mark actually on the last video, and I meant to say something and it just slipped my mind. But yeah, thank you guys so much. You know, I just do this for fun. It's just a good time, but I appreciate that the channel's been growing, you know, slowly but steadily, and it's nice to see that progression and everything. And yeah, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like hearing me, you know, talk about movies and shit. I mean, you know, and toys, you know, collectibles and stuff like that. It's nice. So yeah, I will. This is Anthony's Horror and More, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.